Silksong is finally here. I think that if you played Hollow Knight, it's more of the same, and I mean that in the best possible way. But anyway, this isn't a review of Silksong. In this video, we're going to look at certain decisions that Team Cherry, the game's developers, made in regards to the game's release. So, without further ado, this is why Silksong's release was almost perfect. Teasing a release window. Now, I don't recall exactly when Silksong was confirmed for a 2025 release, but I believe it was during a Nintendo Direct presentation. In a blink and you'll miss it moment, Silksong was shown for a few seconds during a partner spotlight sizzle reel. For those of you who don't know, Silksong was announced way back in 2019, and at some point, the developers then became uncharacteristically silent about its development over the next 6 years. It drove the fandom so crazy that Silk posting came into existence. Basically, it was a meme unto itself to joke about Silksong's release date. All in harmless, good fun, of course.
It's really... Ooh, it's so wet. Oh my god, Silksong! They announced Silksong for the JP side, everybody!
So yes, the fact that Silksong was confirmed for a 2025 release was a huge milestone. Then, at GamesCom 2025, new gameplay footage was shown, along with a special announcement.
And on Thursday, Team Cherry is going to be sharing some news as part of a YouTube premiere on their channel, so make sure to check that out.
Well, that premiere was a new trailer with a relatively shadow-dropped, confirmed release date of September 4, 2025. We've been waiting for 6 years, and suddenly, out of nowhere, the game is just coming out in 2 weeks. I definitely needed a moment to process all that. Teasing a release window earlier in the year, and then announcing a confirmed release date reignited the hype behind the game exponentially. No early codes. While this would normally be a huge red flag for other games and developers, it's actually a smart move in Silksong's case. A writer for Bloomberg said that Team Cherry were not sending out early codes for Silksong because they felt that it would be, quote, unfair for critics to be playing before Kickstarter backers and other players. I fully agree 100%. With that, Team Cherry put the fans first. Also, by keeping the game from reviewers, you're preventing them from controlling the narrative. Everyone gets to experience the game from a neutral, non-biased mindset, free from external influences. Besides, reviewers, critics, like you and me, they're all just people with opinions, regardless of their credentials. I know it's a crazy idea, but form your own opinions. It felt incredibly satisfying to play Silksong without any preconceived notions. The price point. Silksong released at the wallet-friendly price of $20 US. Keep in mind that we're at a time in gaming in which more and more companies are setting the price points for their games at around $70 or $80. Now, whether or not Team Cherry was trying to make a statement, it will make game developers all across the board think twice about how they price their games. Also, I'd like to add that there was only one version of Silksong available at release. No digital deluxe edition or some nonsense that would get you early access to the game if you paid more money for it. Some companies employ tactics like that, and I've always thought it was kind of scummy, but that's a whole other topic. Anyway, though Hollow Knight and Silksong are still considered small indie games, it was refreshing to see a game developer set a reasonable price point and have a simple, honest release with no unnecessary upselling. They broke the internet. This was the reason I said that Silksong's release strategy was almost perfect. And I suppose you could see this as a positive more than a negative, but Silksong broke the internet. No pre-orders were taken for Silksong, so upon its release, issues were reported on Steam, the Nintendo eShop, PlayStation Network, Xbox, Their servers were bombarded by people who wanted to buy the game. Some people couldn't even add the game to their cart.
I don't have the game yet. It's in my cart, I think, but my cart is not loading. I mean, it loaded a few times and it just says, this product is, I don't know, can't display right now or something like that. Look, do you see her? That must be it.
It's not accepting my fucking money. Like, I've been stuck on the PayPal part. Like, I've been stuck in payment method, and I don't know what to do. Please accept my money. I don't understand.
This is actually one part of their release strategy that I didn't understand. I don't see why Team Cherry would actively prohibit pre-sales of one of the most anticipated sequels in gaming history. There is no physical release at launch, so pre-orders certainly would not result in players receiving their copies before the street date. Whatever the reason was, Silksong was not able to be pre-ordered, and it broke the internet. At every step of Silksong's release strategy, from the release window announcement to the moment it was finally unleashed into the world, it reignited the hype for the game. It got people talking, it broke the internet, it was much bigger than just another game release. It was a cultural event, a moment when the small indie game company that could put its stamp on the world again. This has been Brian of FaceTime Police. We're a band, we do a lot of variety content. This is Rambo, thanks for watching.